This podcast is part of the Listen Frederick Podcast Network. To learn more, visit listenfrederick.com.
Hey everybody, it's episode 62 of Beers in the Lot. We had some fun recording this one. Our first topic was straight out of the lot, chicken and gear. After game lot foods and hygiene and gear habits. Then we started talking about how Rigsby and I just can't seem to get clicking this season, which John rectified with some negative reinforcement. Thanks, buddy. And then followed that up with some talk about the icebreaker tourney and some NCAA and college hockey. So here we go.
Oh wow, look at all Yins pouring stuff. That's cool. What you got there, Eric?
Tonight I have Stones Enjoy by 10/31/21. So they do for different seasonal holidays. So Halloween's coming up. They'll put out an Enjoy by series release for that day, usually like a month out.
Mm-hmm.
And what they say is like you need to drink this by that date. So by Halloween, or else it's not fresh enough. It doesn't have the same flavors and stuff, so it's always really good. This is a really big hazy double, so I'm gonna sip this one.
Nice.
And I see that Aaron's subscription has arrived because he has new beer.
I do. Funnily enough, I think it's like a national thing. It's not like it's local or anything, but they sent me a beer that was brewed just down the road from Brothers Brewing Company in Harrisonburg, Virginia. So not far away from me at all. Just a little trick down 81 and get there.
Yeah, by JMU.
Yeah, exactly. Right there by JMU.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
It's called Fest Beer. It's a Marzen lager, and so far, it's good.
Is the season.
Tis the season.
Is.
What you got, Daniel?
Well, I wanted something different than this tonight, but I realized I didn't put one in the fridge. So I reached for an old trusty that a good buddy dropped off to me, Orange Crush by Flying Dog.
Wow.
I think this is the last one that I have.
That might be the last one
beer
on Earth.
Yeah, those are really good too, though.
I blew the dust off it.
Ask John what he has, Daniel.
Oh, hey, John, what do you have tonight?
I'm always in your thoughts and prayers, everybody. I have from a local chain down here, Royal Farms. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Their seltzer water. It's just lemon lime. I think the next like 2 weeks, I'm just gonna go like tap water. Like, just do that. Like, good old fashioned tap water. No, I mean, I've been doing this sober October. Yeah, I've been even hanging out. Like, anyone who doesn't hang out has no excuse anymore. Like, I understand it may be getting a little chilly. Last night, right? That was the first night. It was like a little chilly, correct?
It felt good though.
It felt
55-ish.
good.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was great.
It's totally fine. But I hang out whether I'm drinking or not longer than a good chunk of people anyway. So yeah,
there was a lot of people missing last night.
Yeah,
like in the parking lot, not
bunch
from
of passengers
games, in the parking lot.
Yeah.
A couple people left too, like left straight out of the locker room too. What's up with that?
Yeah.
A lot of anger, I guess.
For shame. Shame.
Hey, Johnny, since you got Rofro sparkling water there, did you get any fried chicken?
No.
No?
No, I don't. I'm not a big fried chicken guy, like, period. I'm just not. Like, I love chicken, but
Some
fried chicken
people
just...
some people say that they have the best fried chicken, but I think
Yeah, and
I
I
think
know
that's wrong.
you
I
and
think
I have
that's
been on the
wrong.
Giant Eagle fried chicken
Yeah.
train
Yeah.
if we're going to do fried chicken.
Yeah.
So,
It's Giant Eagle. Giant
it's
Eagle all
not
the way.
Rofo.
No.
Like, come on.
I was gonna say one of the guys brought some chicken last night, actually. Which,
Oh, yeah, air fryer.
air
fryer.
fried chicken. Yeah, I had some. It was actually pretty good, even though it was cold. Honestly, like if it was warm, it would have been really, really good. I know there's some mixed thoughts on food in the parking lot. There's certain things you just kind of avoid. Finger foods in particular.
Anything.
I'll let Eric get on the soapbox. Here you go.
All right. So anything where someone else's unwashed hockey glove hands could accidentally or on purpose, I don't know, maybe some of these people are doing it on purpose, could touch the food that you're going to pick up next, I have a problem with that. But
that's why I was first to the chicken last night.
The fundamental problem is people not bathing properly after hockey games.
Or at all.
Or at all. Which would in turn, like, you would be able to wash your hands, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
okay. Like
not everybody does though.
No. I think back to when I was younger and I was playing roller, probably like 45 minutes away, and we would all get done and not shower. And like I just think back about that, and I'm like, that is so disgusting.
Yeah. I used to be the same way.
It would be like 90 degrees out. Didn't shower, and we just like pack it in the car, and 4 dudes and all their hockey gear, and just stink fest.
I ruined a Chevy Impala by storing my gear in the back of my car. Like that gear, hockey gear is no joke. It is nasty. It has
also
to be maintained.
Mountain Dews back there,
which means if you're putting it, yeah, well, that's beside the point. But if you're putting that nasty gear on you, then you are going to be nasty just from being in contact with the gear alone. Nevertheless, playing in it.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta bathe. You gotta bathe.
I've been on the bathing after hockey train since I was like 14, 15. Like in high school, it's like just you start sweating. You really work up a sweat in practice. And especially when you get to that age, like you stink. Like when you're like 10, 11, 12, you gotta get away with it. By the time you're in high school, like you smell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Take a shower.
No. My son, he's 6, plays learn to play hockey, dude. He's already stinking.
True
I have
story.
to make him go. Yeah, I have to make him go wash his hands when he's done. And then when we get home, he takes a shower.
But that's good. At least like hands that gets him like, hey, you don't want your hockey hands running around over here.
No.
Like
Which I mean, the gloves and the skates are the 2 worst.
Oh things. Yeah. The gloves even worse than the skates. Even I think.
Yeah. I think so.
I have a bigger issue with guys and gals who don't wash their gitch. Like, if you do not wash stuff that you're using as your base layer or your jersey, you're a total savage. Like, we play with people and you see them like, for a fact when they unzip their hockey bag, that's the first time it's been unzipped since the previous Sunday. Like they zip it up, they throw it in their Prius, they go home, they leave it in the garage, they put it back in their Prius on Sunday evening, come to the rink, unzip it, the same wet t-shirt they've had in there for 15 years. Yeah.
They like fan it out.
Get the
stench off. Yeah.
It's like, when did we get like a UPS colored shirt as an award? Oh, it was white. Oh God. Like it's that. It's like, and you guys all know how I am. Like I have a laundry bag. I have I'm very organized, and I'm like, that's the one thing. Like I air my stuff out. I take the gitch bag and I chuck it downstairs in the basement, and then on Monday I go do laundry. Like
here's the thing. You have to air out the gear. If you don't air out the gear, it breaks down faster. The bacteria literally eats it. So if you don't want to spend money every so many years getting new stuff because it's breaking down all the time, get it out of your fucking hockey bag.
Yeah.
And then
Confirmed.
the second thing is anything that's like touching your skin, like you don't want all that shit on you, man. Like that is gross. You're gonna get all kinds of like skin rashes and problems.
Like Hosa.
And, yeah.
Hosa,
well,
I think that was
But
like
he-
an allergic reaction.
Well, he had people washing his gear for him, so I mean,
There is
there's
no
no excuse really
wasn't
there.
really his fault.
Yeah.
But no, for real though, like I used to like kind of minimal effort air out my gear. Like, you know, I'd kind of lay shit around, you know, open the bag and let it do its thing or whatever. But I recently, and I had a pair of skates that I really liked and they broke down awful fast. And top end skates, they just broke down, you know?
It's all that moisture and
all
just
that moisture
bacteria
and
just
crap.
eating
Yeah, man.
away.
So what I do now, actually, I found this thing that's like $80 or something like that. It's like an air dryer sort of thing. It's like this, it's almost like a nylon bag that goes
Oh, it's
around
like
a
a
rack.
tree thing.
It's a hockey tree
no,
with a
it's like
tent.
the hockey, the rocket or something. That's what it's called.
It's
like a
something like that, yeah.
Black nylon pod.
Well,
right?
yes, you can get that one, and it's like $200 or something. But there's another one that's made from someplace in China, and it's only
You got the
$70.
Jeff Bezos one. You got the Bezos one.
Right, yeah. But oh my god, it works. It's fantastic. I put my shit in that like as soon as I get home, turn it on and let it warm air dries it for an hour or 2 hours, and then everything is dry like within a couple hours, and it's great. And it's portable. It's coming with me to Johnstown. It's going to be in the room. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to have the driest gear in Johnstown.
Eric and I have a really good pic. Eric and I have a spectacular photo of our room, like from when we went to Johnstown a few years ago. Because a buddy from work was like, "Oh, how's your hockey tournament?" And I just sent him that photo of our room. All our gear's airing out.
Savages.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, gotta air it out.
Yeah, you
I
got
gotta
to
air it out. Yeah.
The hotel airing out works pretty well because the air's pretty dry in there already because those HVAC systems are like those industrial strength things.
Right.
And we try to make sure that it's working and the air is always moving in the room.
Correct.
Except for 1 year when it was broken, but you know, whatever. We've told that story before.
Maintenance.
But like it's actually a very good method of drying out the stuff is just lay it out, you know, lay the stuff over the side of your bag in the hotel room and sacrifice the stupid chair that you're not going to use anyway. And, you know, hang shoulder pads and whatever on top of that. Right. And like it works well. So, but that, you know, bringing up that trip and any like tournament trip like that, that's the one thing that is a negative is I can't wash my under stuff. I can't wash the stuff that's like touching my skin. So then like the next day I'm just like, oh, this is disgusting. Like,
right.
This is gross.
I bring extras of everything, but I don't have an extra jock. So.
I always
jock is always wet. So I have extra socks.
See, I'm lucky. Like my jock, the actual jock is attached to the girdle I have, so I don't have to worry about that. It dries. The only issue I always run out is we always have like a Sunday night game, so that's like the last. Like I usually have 3 sets of everything I'm gonna wear one way or another because you guys know I have a bunch of those mock turtlenecks I always like to rock because they're cool, you know. And I have a few pairs of whatever.
Patrick Laine.
Hey, now Laine's is a neck guard, man. So I'm trying to think, is there any guys anymore? Because what's his face? Mechanic's out of the league. So is there any more dudes that wear turtlenecks anymore?
I was just talking about Laine, the pregame.
Yeah, he looked pretty fly.
Yeah, but that's different.
That's different. I'm talking about actually physically on the ice
in the game. Yeah.
Turtleneck and blazer.
I think different. You're the turtleneck guy, John.
Turtleneck and chain.
You don't know anybody.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah,
Patrick Turtleneck and chain Laine. Yeah. He was just one chain away.
But yeah, I'm pretty good on that and socks. But usually, like some of the compression shorts, like that Sunday night, that's when I'm like, I gotta reuse one of these. Oh well.
Yeah, by that Sunday night game, everything you're just squishing in your whole everything you're wearing is just squishy.
Yeah, but I always feel like we fly.
We're beating cheeks.
Yeah,
well,
we're just flying, cheeks clapping in out there. Yeah.
Yeah, your gear airs out in that Sunday night game because you're not really breaking us. It doesn't feel like you're working hard.
Yeah, you're moving
because it's slower than the tournament you've been playing in, which is great.
Yeah. Hey, Daniel, you want to talk about how we clapped your cheeks last night?
Oh, you didn't clap cheeks. It
was 8-7.
Yes, game.
That was.
We actually came back. Sir.
You did.
We had a hard-fought victory.
3-1 at one point.
Yeah.
The differential comeback was only a couple goals, but yeah, we were down. We were down a couple goals at one point. The game is back and forth. Yeah,
slow start. We had to break up one line due to irreconcilable differences. They had to get a divorce. They had to get a divorce. What? Tell us about that, Aaron. Tell us about that. Tell us about this divorce.
I just can't sync with Rigsby. I just can't. I can't get in sync with him, and it's probably me. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're just not playing well together. We have in the past. I think that. I think it's temporary, but right now it's not working.
Yins are going through a rough patch.
Yeah, we're going through a rough patch.
It all started when you missed those passes to him on the
right
warm-ups.
Missing those 2 warm-up passes. I think that was the catalyst.
Really ruined everything.
Yep. You know what they say, Aaron? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. So I'm sure you two will be back with a vengeance at some point. Actually, it kind of worked because when we switched it up for the second period, we started getting hot. We started moving the puck better and getting more chances. So
it's true.
It worked out pretty well.
It was the darndest thing. For whatever reason, I was late getting off of my shift or whatever like that, and you two got on. John and Rigsby, you two got on for the other 2 guys on my line.
Yeah,
and I got the blue line, dropped it back to John, and John got a shot. Shot bounced out to Rigsby in the slot. Heath got another shot, and then the rebound came right to me, and it went in the net. The 3 of us connected for a goal. But all 3 of us on the ice, maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Maybe it's just, maybe me and Rigsby alone are no good, but maybe, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
What's the song, John?
3 is a magic number.
I can't get that voice. I can't do that voice. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
But after we made the change, though, then all 3 of us started playing a lot better. Well, John, you were pretty solid the whole night through, but Rigsby and I both started doing a lot more after we changed. So
must be nice to play with your friends.
One is the lowest.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, doing karaoke.
It's kind of nice. I will say this because Eric and I played D partners when I first started playing beer league. So him and I have played offense together, defense, offense. We play a lot, and Eric knows kind of what I like to do, and I know what he likes to do. So there's not a lot of, we don't got to talk a ton. We just we both do our thing. I know what he's good at. He knows what I'm good at. We go. There's not a ton of talk.
Yeah.
The chemistry is, it's an interesting thing because me and Daniel have that same sort of thing. We don't need to talk too much. We just kind of know where the other guy is going to be. When we play together, it's clockwork. You 2 play together. It's natural. Don't have to do anything. It's there. And I don't know. Sometimes it's not there. When you don't have it, you don't have it.
Yeah.
It was fucking brutal. It really was. And it was like that for.
It's been like that for 4 or 5 games at this point.
Yeah.
I have literally skated into Rigsby 6 times this season. And It's like, okay, we're going straight at each other. Well, I'm gonna go this. No, he's going that way too. Fuck.
Actually, one of the best parts. One of the best parts was like in the middle of the second after we made the switch. Eric and I are on the bench. We had a good shift. We like got some chances on net. We come back. We're kind of watching the play, and we're watching Aaron, and he like caught 2 or 3 pucks, like just in a weird way. He had his stick in this wrong position. Eric and I just start bagging him, just like, why? What is he doing? He should just get off. Like, why is he even playing? This is horrible. Like, just like, kind of. Even if Aaron was on the bench, he would chuckle because he knows we're just doing it in a very lighthearted manner, and we're teasing him, just chuckling to ourselves. And then Aaron somehow gets the puck on his stick and scores, and we're like, fuck. Like, and then like when Aaron said like, oh, we ended up on the ice together, like 30 seconds before Eric and I got on the ice on that shift and Aaron scored, we were talking shit about him. Like I even said at the face-off circle, I'm like, we should just talk shit about him like the entire game. Like he would be fine. He was totally fine.
You know, maybe you should because it apparently works. That was a fun game though. Daniel didn't. I don't think you had. Did you have any goals, Daniel?
Nah, I had 2 assists.
You used up all your goals in the game before, though, right?
Yeah.
That was Daniel's second game of the night. So I mean,
hey,
give you a little bit of.
I did break some ankles though.
Yeah, you did.
You did break some ankles.
Broke some ankles.
Yeah, you did break ankles.
Aaron, I want to draw attention to something Eric and I did with like, what, 60 or 70 seconds left. Do you notice where their goalie was? Do you notice where the other teams? Yeah, in the net, because we hemmed him in the zone. We want to shoot on goalie the whole time.
Oh, that's what it was.
We ain't dealing with that. We ain't dealing with that crap.
True. When we closed out the game, they couldn't even get out of their own zone. They couldn't hold the goalie. Yeah, that's true.
You guys cucked me because I was the 6th man. They're like, you go out. I'm like, all right. I was getting ready to jump the boards.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking back at my goalie. I'm like, this motherfucker's going to take at least 30 seconds to get over here. There's no way. I was like, there's no way I'm getting on the ice. So I just grabbed my second stick and just sat there.
Actually, it was actually really funny. At one point, Eric lost 2 face-offs in a row.
No, I lost all the face-offs.
You won like 2 or 3 out of like 40.
I didn't win any face-offs.
But the best is, so like, the one time Eric kind of had the high guy, I went to the low guy with the puck. And twice in a row, in a span of like 40 seconds, the defenseman who was passing the puck up threw it at the guy's chest or like pants. And the one time you heard him with a visible like, or a audible like a moan because he got belted with the puck right in the pants. Yeah. It's so funny because we were chuckling.
When that one happened, it bounced off that center and then it came to me and I caught it in my knees and then I let it drop and I like tried to backhand on net or whatever, but like, yeah, the dude was just like ripping pucks at his center, like after they would win the face off.
I mean, 2 or 3 times in a row is great because, like, at the end of the game, we were just like, he just smoked him 3 times.
Yeah,
puck. Like, does he hate him? Like, what did he do? Like,
this guy hates this player. This guy hates these cans.
Yeah.
Good reference.
Old movie reference there, yeah.
Icebreaker tournament was fun. I don't know if you watched any of it, but
I watched a lot of the highlights.
It was great. Like so it ended up as Michigan and Minnesota State in the championship, which was perfect because Minnesota State coming in was ranked number 1 nationally, and they have exactly 1 NHL draft pick on their roster
for now.
But they're they're
I mean, next year it's going to be a different story.
No. They're
those kids are overage.
No, the way that Hastings recruits is he goes after older, more experienced junior players.
Yeah.
So it's an older team. You'd call it like a veteran squad. You know, they're all like 23 plus years old, something like that, around there. So Michigan, right, has all those NHL draft picks, you know, the other Hughes and Owen Power, like all these kids, right?
Reson, they're all there.
Yeah, right. So
How many Hughes are there? Wait a minute.
there's three.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So this is
How many Hughes are there?
this is Luke Hughes. Is that right, John? Which one is
yeah,
it?
Luke
It's
Luke Jack
right?
Quinn. Yeah, that's
It's
the age.
Luke.
Quinn's
Yeah.
the oldest, then it's
Yeah.
Jack, who
Yeah.
had a really good weekend for the Devils. Good for him.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
You see his goal? You see the highlight of his game winner?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was disgusting.
But that final was awesome. You could definitely tell the difference in the two styles of play and the way that the rosters were constructed at a college level. Michigan was flying around. Minnesota State was staying in their structure and their system. They both had success with each, and then in the end, Michigan just came out. I think they scored the winner. It had to be less than 10 minutes left in the third period, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
To win the game. It was a great game. And when the poll came out today, Michigan's number 1, Minnesota State's number 2. So hopefully, like, that continues all the way to the end of the year towards tournament time, because I think that would be a great, if somehow they met at least in the Frozen Four, if not in the national championship game. Like, that's a huge matchup, and that would be great to see.
The only way I see like Michigan getting derailed is like a few years ago when BC came out of Hockey East and they were storming everybody, and then they played Air Force in the Super Regionals and they won 1-0 after like they put like 60 some shots and won 1-0, and they scored with like, I want to say like a minute left in the third. Like, you could see, like, watching the game. I remember watching the game, and like BC, when they scored, they're like, thank you, Lord, because if it goes to OT, you have no clue. But that was almost the only way BC was going to lose. And it almost happened in the regionals. And if they lose in the regionals, get to the Frozen Four.
So it's funny you mentioned that, because when the rankings came out this morning and I saw it, that was my initial reaction was, oh, Michigan's number 1. Now when they go to the national tournament, like, not even the Frozen Four, like just a regional, they're going to have to play somebody that is definitely not as good as them, but is going to pull out all the stops to try and beat them in that one game. And really, that's that team's national championship.
Yeah.
And Michigan is going to have to go up against that. And how are they going to fare? That was the first thing I thought of. And that Air Force example against BC is a great example. I remember watching that game vividly. Yeah. And it was all the way to the end of the game. And BC finally got that goal. And you could like hear the sigh of relief in the building through the TV. Like, you could it was almost like you could almost feel it, like, physically sitting in your couch at home. Like, it was wild.
Thousands of coroners were averted in one instant.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's the first thing I thought of, man.
The other thing too, awesome. Like a team playing Michigan, maybe in their own conference, where they're like, they don't have that intimidation factor. Like, they're kind of like, you're Michigan Wolverines. Like, we see you a few times a year. We're not like, we got punched in the mouth by you once. It's over. Like, that Wisconsin team is no slouch still. And really, any of those other Big Ten teams can win on any given night. There's no easy weekends playing in that conference. So, but that Wisconsin team could probably, if it's a 1-game deal, and it's that high of a stakes, like, they could definitely. Penn State could pull something out goofy too.
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're as good as they
are ranked now.
They've been recently, right?
Yeah.
But well, and I like Guy Godowski, so as a coach, I'm I've read and listened to a lot of his stuff. So, but
I do think it'll be like either an Air Force situation or something like it's a team from the Big Ten that gets a shot at them at regionals somehow, and they're kind of like we've watched you all year.
They're gonna end up playing that what's the new team, St. Michael's. They're gonna end up playing them in a.
Oh yeah,
like St. Michael's is gonna get hot and like, you know, somehow make a regional. And
isn't that Rico Blasi? Isn't he the coach there?
Yeah, I don't know who went there, but and
I don't know where he's coaching. He's coaching somewhere.
Think that's possible because I don't think they use like the systems that they did before to put the teams into the tournament. But you know, whatever. It's cool. Like it was cool to see an early season tournament so highly contested. Like the kids were dialed in. So it was great.
Yeah, because NCAA, they're kind of hitting their stride now. I mean, they've been skating since like early to mid-August. And especially with NCAA, you can kind of get away with some things like they do a captain skate where like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The coach may not be there, but I'm willing to bet they're on campus. So,
yeah.
I just love college hockey because those kids are they're wild. They're insane. Like the hits are all just huge. Every hit feels like the guy's definitely dead. Like it's just wild. They're so fast. Everybody's going just as fast as possible because they all know that everybody's watching them and that their future's at stake. Basically, I like that high level college hockey is amazing to watch.
I like that aspect. I also like that it is even more imperfect than the pro game is. So they're still in that, that 6 or 18 to like 22 sort of development age. And in some cases, if you're Minnesota State, all your players are older, but, and so they have more creativity because they're not locked into these, super strict sort of systems and structure that you find in the pro level. And because of that, there's more mistakes, and the mistakes are really what makes hockey exciting. That's really when goals are scored or crazy things happen, is off of the mistakes. So that's why, like, if it's a weekend like it was just this last weekend where, the icebreaker, it's like 3 games, right? But if you looked at the college hockey schedule for last weekend, there were, like, on the men's side, I think there were like 30 or 40 games on Saturday. And then on the women's side, it was probably like 20 to 30 games or something like that. So like, if you have access
to hockey.
Yeah, if you have access to it, there's a lot on, and it's exciting. It's in some cases more exciting than your every week NHL matchup, the Monday through Saturday deal. So,
right.
I don't know. I like it. I think it's great. I wish we had a Div 1 team close to us so like I could go on Saturdays, but
just get ripped.
Well, no, and then you have the band and like the student bodies there, and they have all their crazy chants and all this stuff that they do, and like it's awesome.
Yeah, I want to go back to what Aaron said, like how exciting it is. Like, do you remember just like being at Skate Frederick and the Mount playing?
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like top tier like college hockey. It was just like the atmosphere.
The Mount would play like
insane.
Wagner or something like that. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Or Gettysburg. Yeah, Gettysburg and Wagner or something like that. Oh my gosh. It was crazy. Like, that rink is not designed for hockey at that level. Absolutely. I'm surprised the boards didn't fall apart. They were destroying each other.
I remember Maryland when they had they have club. I remember when I lived down in the College Park area when I was younger, we would go to Maryland games, and it was great. Especially when they'd play like NC or NC State, they would come up. It was just a bloodbath. They always played Rob Zombie in warm-ups and stuff. It was great.
So as someone who played that level,
yeah. Not to toot my own horn.
yeah, it's not like obviously it's not even close to the same as NCAA level of hockey, right? Like as far as skill or anything like that, or even like the people that show up to watch. But like when I started out, we played in a division that had, I was at UMBC, which is Baltimore school, and then we would play Loyola, Baltimore school, Hopkins, Baltimore school. We would do technically Maryland was in a division above us, but we would play 2 games against them, and that was always a huge deal. When we would play against Hopkins, they would have people show up to their home games and like throw stuff at us, and they're yelling and screaming and everything. Like it was like prison rules. And
I love it.
They're his fucking car keys.
We got to
exactly.
we got to play.
He was hit by a tire iron.
We got to play in some cool buildings too. Like we got to go play in the Hobie Baker rink at Princeton against Princeton's club team, which is basically the kids that wanted to go play hockey there but couldn't play on the NCAA team. So they were already pissed off. And then like that rink, our visitors' room was basically in the basement. Like we had to go down like a flight of stairs to get to the room, and it was just like a closet, and you get dressed, you come up, and you're in that big old stone building, and everything. We played against UPenn, and there's that 1923 rink up in Philly. Nice old barn, great building. Played there, like, and at all those places, they would get people to come out, and we had people come out, and it was like, it's obviously, again, it's not the same as NCAA anything, but it's still more than the weekly beer league atmosphere, right? It's still more than that.
I don't think I have to worry about somebody throwing a C-cell battery at me when I go out to play OPG.
So you think, Aaron?
Yeah, maybe my line mate who doesn't like to play with me. All right, that'll do it for this week. Note to self, upgrade my helmet for next game. Okay, so note to you, if you want to upgrade your Beers and Lot experience, come see us in Discord, talk to us. You'll also get access to listen to us record and hear all this in real time. It's kind of cool how we have that set up, just saying. Come talk to us in Discord, we can tell you all about it. But also, see us on Patreon at beersandlot.com/Patreon, and you can help support us, get yourself a koozie, get a pint glass, and our endless appreciation. All right, that's enough. We'll catch you next week. Thanks again for listening.